Hi, my name is Cornell Larson, and for my book talk, I did Bud Not Buddy. The reason I chose to do this book is because through our textbook, The Joy of Children's Literature, there was a segment on Bud Not Buddy. And I never read it as a child, and I thought it was a good idea to read it because it was a Newbery Medal Award. This received the award in 2000, and it also received another award, the Coretta Scott King Award, which is right here. It was written by Christopher Paul Curtis, and he also wrote the book Watson's Go to Birmingham. The book, Bud Not Buddy, starts out with learning about Bud. He is a 10-year-old boy, and it's in the era of 1930 when it's the Great Depression. We learn about Bud, and he is in the orphanage system, but he's about fed up with the orphanage system when we meet him. He decides that he wants to go find his father. His mother died at the age of 6 when he was 6, and one of the clues that his mother kept for him, and which he uses in his suitcase, is a poster. This poster says Herman E. Calloway, which he believes is his father, and it's the Gifted Gents of Gospel, who is the band that travels with him, featuring Grace, Blessed, Thomas vocals. And then this poster is one that Herman E. Calloway was in Chicago, Illinois. We find out later that Herman E. Calloway is in Grand Rapids City, Illinois, and that's where Bud tries to go find his potential father. So one of the adventures that Bud goes on first is when he meets his friend Bugs outside the library. Bugs convinces Bud to hop a train to go to Chicago, Illinois. But as they are progressing to get on this train, Bud is running to get on the train. Bud throws his suitcase to Bugs, and he can't run fast enough to make the train. So Bugs throws out Bud's suitcase to him, and this is all Bud has with him at the time when he is alone. So the next step in the adventure of Bud is when Bud goes to the library to figure out how far Flint, Illinois is to Grand Rapids, Illinois, because that's his ultimate goals. His ultimate goal is to get to Grand Rapids to find Herman E. Calloway. So when he goes to the library, he finds an atlas, and the librarian helps him look for where Grand Rapids and Flint is to see if he can walk there. He finds out that the travel distance will take him 8 hours. So he begins to hitchhike. As he begins to hitchhike, cars pass him, and one car passes him at 2 a.m. The person inside the car actually sees Bud. Bud isn't quick enough to jump off the side of the road, so the person that is driving the car stops, and he convinces Bud to get a ride to Grand Rapids, and he convinces him with soda pop. Bud loves soda pop, and he'll do anything to get the drink. So Lefty convinces Bud to use the soda pop. Then when he finally gets to Grand Rapids, he finds Herman. Herman is with the band, and when Bud finds him, Herman has this giant fiddle that Bud calls it. So Bud comes up to the band and says, "You're my father, Herman," but Herman is convinced that he's not his father. So will Bud find his family? What will happen to Bud if Herman's not his father? Will someone know something to help Bud? Will you have to read the book to find out? Trust me, once you start, you're not going to want to put it down.